Throughout history, deception has been a vital tactic in warfare, with elaborate ruses used to conceal true intentions or mislead opponents. From the legendary Trojan horse to the fake spy trees of World War I, such strategies have often shaped battles. During World War II, the German Wehrmacht pushed these deceptive tactics to new levels, particularly in the 1944 Ardennes offensive, known as the Battle of the Bulge. One of the most audacious examples was Operation Greif, a covert mission aimed at creating confusion among the Allied forces. As part of this operation, several German Panzer V Panthers were disguised to resemble American M10 Tank Destroyers. These vehicles, often inaccurately referred to as Ersatz M10, a modern term derived from the German word Ersatz, meaning substitute, were a key element of the plan devised by Adolf Hitler and executed by Otto Skorzeny, a Waffen-SS officer famous for his previous commando raids, including the dramatic rescue of Benito Mussolini in 1943. Operation Greif's objective was to capture key bridges over the Meuse River and halt the Allied advance. Skorzeny's Panzer Brigade 150 would don American and British uniforms, a violation of the Hague Convention, and use captured Allied equipment to blend in with enemy forces. This strategy was intended to create chaos behind enemy lines, furthering the German surprise offensive in the Ardennes. However, the operation was plagued by shortages. Only 2,500 troops were available, far fewer than the requested 3,300, and just 400 could speak any form of English. Likewise, the captured Allied vehicles needed for the operation were severely lacking, with only 2 damaged Sherman tanks being delivered. To make up for this, Skorzeny ordered 5 Panther tanks to be modified into fake M10 Tank Destroyers. The transformation was cosmetic rather than functional. The Panthers were outfitted with sheet metal to mimic the angular shape of the M10 turret and hull, and painted in US Army olive drab with fake Allied markings. However, despite the attention to detail, several elements betrayed the disguise. The Panther's distinctive German overlapping road wheels, larger size, and the retention of its muzzle brake, crucial for the 7.5cm KWK-42 gun, made it difficult to fully replicate the American tank destroyer. As the Battle of the Bulge began, delays hampered Skorzeny's plans. The failure of the 1st SS Panzer Division to rendezvous as planned postponed Operation Greif by 48 hours, rendering the original strategy nearly impossible. Skorzeny adapted, pivoting his brigade to take part in a direct assault on the town of Malmedy on December 21, 1944. Despite multiple attempts, his forces were repelled by the Americans, including the 120th Infantry Division, supported by heavy artillery. 4 of the disguised Panthers were destroyed in the battle, and Skorzeny himself was wounded. Afterward, U.S. intelligence officers investigated the wrecks of these tanks. They discovered American uniforms and equipment inside, as well as fake unit numbers on the vehicles. Initially, it was believed that 10 such vehicles had been created, but further research revealed that only 5 were ever built. While Operation Greif succeeded in creating temporary confusion, its impact on the overall battle was minimal. The disguised tanks were quickly identified, and the operation was ultimately a failure. None of the Ersatz M10 survive today, leaving their legacy as a curious footnote in the history of military deception. Despite its failure, Operation Greif highlights the desperate and innovative lengths the German military went to in its final efforts to regain the upper hand in the war, combining both tactical trickery and brute force in an attempt to turn the tide against the advancing Allies.